Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing video. Now once again we have a bunch of Animal Crossing news headlines to get through this weekend, including LEGO updates, the future of online multiplayer for New Leaf, and even a new in-person event that's returned to Japan. So if you're excited for some Animal Crossing news, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you always catch the latest Animal Crossing news and updates as and when they happen. Let's get into it. Now starting off with some good news, Nintendo have confirmed it is still possible to download update data despite the shutdown of the Nintendo Online services earlier this week for the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U platforms, and this is super important for Animal Crossing, which we'll get into before moving on to some of the other stories we need to cover in today's video. Now as you may know, Animal Crossing New Leaf saw a huge update in 2016 that brought New Leaf up to version 1.5 and introduced amiibo support, a bunch of new villages and items, and even the campground amongst many other features. This was such a big deal because not only was it released 5 years into the release of Animal Crossing New Leaf, but it was distributed absolutely free. Of course, the only way to get this welcome amiibo update and to ensure your copy of New Leaf remains compatible with everyone else's is to download this update from the eShop. Fortunately, despite the eShop being closed and the online services now offline, it's still possible to get this update for a little while. Nintendo confirms in their shutdown FAQs, and I quote, "For the foreseeable future, it is still possible to download update data and re-download purchased software and downloadable content from the Nintendo eShop. So if you have an old Animal Crossing New Leaf cartridge lying around, or even if you purchased the digital copy before Welcome Amiibo released, it's 100% worth making sure you've updated your game. It's as easy as booting up your 3DS and opening the eShop, typing in Welcome Amiibo, scrolling down and downloading the update. This feature will inevitably be the next thing to be shut down by Nintendo, so don't miss your chance to get this free DLC, especially for digital copies." Anyway, moving on, we've had some pretty exciting news for those looking to get their hands on a new Nintendo Switch Lite, because it seems Walmart has dropped the price of some of their Nintendo Switch Lite Animal Crossing bundles down to only $180, although they are refurbished. This is not only the lowest this Animal Crossing bundle has ever been, but you can now get both the console and Animal Crossing New Horizons for only $180, which is actually $20 less than you'd pay for the console on its own directly from Nintendo, which is pretty wild. I'm not sure if this is an ongoing promotion or not, but Nintendo doesn't seem to even stock these bundles anymore, so if you're looking to get one of these, especially if you're in the US, I'd grab one whilst stock is still available. But yeah, not groundbreaking news, but definitely worth mentioning, and who knows, maybe after 4 years, you're looking to start a second island. Next up, it seems Nintendo even now are continuing to promote Animal Crossing New Horizons because a collaboration between Animal Crossing New Horizons and the Sea Paradise Aquarium comes to Yokohama in Japan next week. This is the same in-person New Horizons event that we've seen at previous aquariums last year, including one in Seattle, but it has now returned to Japan, running from April 17th through to July 9th, 2024. Now, we've covered this in great detail over the past few months, so I won't go into too much detail today, but the event will include a stamp rally around the aquarium, much like the event that takes place inside the museum in New Horizons. There's photo opportunities and special exhibitions featuring Animal Crossing characters, actual in-person fishing tourneys with prizes for the participants, a hands-on deep-sea creatures exhibit, and of course, Animal Crossing themed food and drink will be available during the event, amongst many other things, including a fireworks show apparently. We've seen this before, but it's obviously working for Nintendo, given they continue to use this to promote Animal Crossing New Horizons even now, 4 years after launch. So hopefully this is Nintendo keeping the Animal Crossing franchise at the forefront of the community's minds whilst they're working on something new. Again, not groundbreaking news, but definitely worth mentioning, and does show Nintendo hasn't forgotten about the Animal Crossing franchise just yet. Next up, we need to clear up a bit of misinformation that's floating around the Animal Crossing community right now regarding the online aspect of Animal Crossing New Leaf and its future. As we've already mentioned today, the online multiplayer servers were shut down earlier this week, making the online features of New Leaf completely redundant. As you may have heard, a community-driven project called Pretendo are in the process of preserving these online features and eventually bringing back online functionality for pretty much every 3DS and Wii U game. Now, it's important to note that there are no replacement servers available for Animal Crossing New Leaf yet. However, the aim of the Pretendo project is to bring this to every game eventually, so hopefully Animal Crossing New Leaf will come back online one day, just not yet. I thought this was important to clear up, as I mentioned in my previous video, because there still seems to be a little confusion surrounding its availability as of the making of this video. So whilst Animal Crossing New Leaf multiplayer is only available locally right now, hopefully visiting friends over the internet will return soon. And finally, the Make It, Take It LEGO Animal Crossing event at Smith Toys retail stores happened today, where you could turn up and build a miniature version of Fauna's house, as well as a few others absolutely free, and take it home with no purchase necessary. I personally went to pick one up this morning, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty crazy as people who were originally queuing up just piled in the doors and basically went straight for the free Lego. It was so unorganized and a bit of a free-for-all, with adults even pushing in front of children. It was absolutely crazy, but once everyone had calmed down and realized there was like a million bricks, it was pretty fun. Anyway, we're getting off track here. The reason I bring this up is because this event was ongoing today, but honestly they had absolutely boxes full of these Lego Animal Crossing bricks as well as the other builds, so I imagine if you missed out today, some participating toy stores may still have some spare this weekend. Of course, this is not guaranteed, but I'd be very surprised if they got rid of it all. So something to think about, and it certainly beats paying scalpers 50 quid online for something that's free. So there we have it. It's always fun getting the latest Animal Crossing news and seeing what's going on out in the wild, because if nothing else, it continues to show how popular Animal Crossing continues to be and proves Nintendo are still promoting Animal Crossing New Horizons even 4 years after launch, and that can only be a good thing. But what do you think about the online services shutting down? Do you have an old copy of Animal Crossing New Leaf lying around that you still need to update, or are you not bothered and just waiting patiently for a new mainline Animal Crossing game? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, if you made it to the end of the video, post Fauna in the comments just to let me know you did, and be sure to include if you collect Lego Animal Crossing and whether or not you've picked up Fauna's mini Lego house. I'd love to know. Thank you so much to the Patreon and channel members for supporting this content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.